Just gonna leave the mics here in case I take my hoodie off.
Mute that.
Mm-hmm. How's the audio, Monte? Do you hear me, Monte? Maya said hi. Yeah, I'm on it. Yeah, fuck it. I touched it. Check the chat. All right, so I guess Monse and Jocelyn, you guys can. I'm gonna ask if anyone has questions, and you guys ask them. And if you need to ask me, right, you could just literally ask me here.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
You could like read the questions to me. You know.
you have 5 people.
No way. Oh, it's probably us though.
No. There's one extra person.
Maya.
Me, you, Maya.
Monse. Yep. 4.
One person.
That's cool.
They just dropped off. Oh, and they're back.
Does it say the names?
No.
All right, I'm super fucking nervous, even though it's probably just gonna be like our friends.
It's recording. Go live now on everything.
We're live?
I'm going to go live on these. Or you want me to wait for the 3
Yeah.
days?
No, go live. Is the link in bio on
3,
TikTok?
2, 1. No.
You should put. Here, can I give it to you quick?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Dan is on. Love it, my man.
All right, you are live on Instagram.
Fuck yeah.
I think I could maybe add the link. Let's see.
Serafino, we're gonna make you do one. Oh. Dan, what do you think? Take my fucking shirt off? Think we'll get better views?
100%.
Nice. Oh shit, I actually see the chat, Monse. You fixed it. Awesome. That's cool. What does this app do again? Hey, I'm about to just send this on every group chat. Embarrass myself.
You got 1 minute. I'm here, Jessica.
Who's Jessica?
Jam probably.
She's on?
On live.
Fuck yeah. What other accounts do we like? Revived? Yeah, we like Revived.
Okay, we could fit WaveEngine webinar link in bio on TikTok.
What's up, everybody? We'll start in like 5 minutes because
No, that's 6 people on there.
it's our first one.
Got some viewers saying hi.
What's up, guys? I want to thank everyone for coming. This is our first official WaveEngine webinar. It's a brand new platform we built for creators. And I think we'll start in like 2 minutes. If you're watching on the lives, the link is in the bio on TikTok and Instagram. And you could just jump right in and we'll send you the promo code later. Sorry. Who else? What do we got? What's up, TikTok? We made a really cool app for creators to make money online and business owners, product and service business owners. And all right, we got some people. Let's go. 2 more minutes and I'm going to start. And no one's going to stay a second after 6 o'clock. And if you have to leave, we will message you the code to activate your 90 days for free. Because why not? All right, I'm done. All right. Again, thanks everybody for being here. I'm John from Big Wave Content. Probably worked with a lot of you already, and if not, nice to meet you all. So, Big WaveEngine is like a brainchild of Big Wave Content, our content agency in New York City that you probably heard of, right? If you're here, and so what we've found, right, is that a lot of you know us. We've made a lot of very, very viral videos, right? Getting millions and millions of views. But what we saw, unfortunately, is some of those viral videos didn't really convert to sales, right? For the businesses we work for and whether it's service, product, whether it's personal brand, right? We do some coaches. And there was like a disconnect with converting views to actual sales and money and to monetize, right? So that's kind of how WaveEngine came about, and that's the problem that we are trying to solve with WaveEngine. So I'm going to just go right into it and share my screen and walk you through exactly how it goes and what it does. And you, I hope some of you guys onboarded so you can kind of just follow along and do your own content journey. I reset my whole page so that I could build my strategy in front of you guys. And for myself, I filled it out as John Efrati, personal brand, but also I did a hybrid, right? With a product, a SaaS product, this platform that we built, right? So this is your dashboard. I do have some things filled out, right? Because I didn't erase it, but you start at the first stage, which is discover, right? And you basically feed it all the information about yourself, who you're selling to, your avatar, the problem that you solve as a up and coming creator, as a business owner, as a service business owner, as a product business owner, right? And depending on the direction that you start the onboarding, right, which is the content mode, it'll veer you into questions that ask you about that specific lane, right? So if you're just a personal brand, a creator trying to find your voice online, that's totally fine. You just click that. If you have a product, if you're selling, like food, a packaged good, like a physical product, right? Or digital product, you click product. If you're selling a service like real estate, I know some real estate people here, you do service. And if you want to do a combination of the two, which we always suggest because you want to get your face out there, right? Personal brand is the biggest thing in 2025, going into 2026, right? So we built this hybrid mode where you'll be promoting yourself, the person, your story, and your product / service, whichever one it is, right? So I filled all mine out, and I'm not going to bore you with it. And when you do decide to fill it out, if you do, take your time. This is the most important part of the process, and it helps every single output that comes later on in the process. And you'll see how important that is, right? But I'll skip ahead to the end of my onboarding, right? And it'll just have you kind of review, and it'll be your summary. And then from that, it'll say complete and build your strategy, which is what this thing is for, right? It's the engine for your content strategy so that you actually end up making money online on these social media platforms, right? And so when you're done, you hit that button, right? I didn't hit it, but you generate your content strategy. And it's built on these frameworks. And what we did, because a lot of you guys are going to hear these words for the first time, is we built a little like glossary. What the fuck does content strategy mean for me? And there's one attached to every section so that it can answer those questions, right? It's your game plan for what to post, when to post it, and why. Instead of guessing what to create, WaveEngine analyzes your business and builds a 30-day calendar with the right mix of content types, right? What's a funnel? What's top of funnel mean? What's all these things? We'll get into that later. So, and again, you could kind of dig into all of this yourself. I don't see a screen. Does anybody have any questions right now before I move forward? I think we're good, right? Jocelyn and Monse can answer them. So I am going to generate a content strategy based off of my discovery, right? And some parts take longer than others because, they're bigger like outputs. But I just wanted you guys to see it working live. So I did kind of erase everything, which is always scary. So it'll tell you the next steps and at the bottom of every screen, right? It'll kind of motivate you to move forward. The next stage is scripting, right? Organic content, but we'll get to that once we see what our actual strategy is. And boom, right? Here we go. So my core positioning is I built WaveEngine to help new and established creators, coaches, and business owners streamline their online presence, right? And I'm going to use this as a proof of concept for WaveEngine. We have literally been posting, not ads yet, but we filmed some ads, but content written by this app to promote this app, right? And we'll see how it does. So their online presence, ensuring coherent, high-performing content that converts viewers into leads, right? As a founder, right? So it'll tie my personal story, who achieved viral success after a career shift. I came from the restaurant world. John brings direct analytical guidance to mastering content creation. We hope, right? We'll see. The origin story, right? So it kind of gives my background, how I got here, what happened in the restaurant business that took us to content creation in 2024, and how we got to WaveEngine, right? How we built this product. Okay. And then brand pillars, which is really important. It's kind of what it builds all the content off of: systematic content creation, founder-led innovation, audience-first conversion, authentic authority building, and efficiency and automation. And then distribution, which you really shouldn't even know about at this point yet, right? So here's your 30-day calendar, and all this is topics, right? It's topics for top of funnel, more broader audience reach, middle of funnel. Once you get your leads a little bit warmer, right? You build a little trust on social media, on organic platform, and people start to like you and like your content, and they're more likely to buy from you, whatever that thing you're selling is. And then bottom of funnel, they're ready to buy. They just need an offer, and you will capture their credit card, right? So that's kind of what we're doing with this app the whole time. We're bringing people from top of funnel to bottom of funnel. So let's pick, anybody have a suggestion just to want to see something work? Anybody still here? Yeah, so we're going to switch to Zoom moving forward so that we can see your ugly faces, but today is on YouTube and you cannot jump on the live, but we are going to change that. We don't love that. We do want to see some faces, especially for the Q&A. We'd rather it be, interactive. So, okay, I'm going to pick one since no one's commenting. Let's do WaveEngine Secret, the three-step system for high-performing content, right? It'll give you the hook. Let's say I love this, right? Generate script. It'll take me to that next stage. This is the script, the viral script generator. Again, what the hell does that mean? It's built on a hook, right? A line to capture their attention, a super hook to qualify you, to give them a reason to continue listening to you. It's a qualifier. It's usually the second line of the script. Open loops mean you're starting conversations that create some kind of, like, not mystery, but like intrigue, interest, right? And you don't close it till later in the video, right? So that it gives people a second reason to stay around and watch till the end, because essentially your biggest metric on all social media platforms, whether it's organic or ads, is watch time, right? And your goal is to get people to watch past 6 seconds of a video. That's how you get a video to go viral, right? So retention is the number one metric for, so how did we get 26 million views on a video, right? We used a very strong hook and we added to it with an open loop, which if anybody saw like the you left me in the gym video, the open loop was her thinking that she's accusing me of being with another girl, right? So that created an open loop, and you want to see why that ended. And then obviously there's a payoff, which is for us, because we're trying to convert, is a call to action, right? So it threw it in here. If you kind of change your mind, it also shoots up a bunch of the other 30-day calendar suggestions here, topics rather, right? So you could switch it, let's say, right? WaveEngine Secret, boom. You can also, if you're in a rush and you already scheduled a shoot day, you can generate 9 scripts at a time, right? 3 top of funnel, 3 middle of funnel, and 3 bottom of funnel. And how it identifies them is reach, broad reach, trust, right? And conversion. Bottom of funnel means they're ready to close. There's keys for everything here, right? And the virality factors, that's the 10 virality factors, which go into virality score. Okay, so the first thing you do is put the topic in here. Then you select a hook type, and there's 9 regular ones, right? Like not premier ones. And then we have some tier gated ones, but you guys have access to literally everything with that 90-day promo. And let's pick just a regular one first. Let's do contrarian take, right? That's like an opinion against common belief, right? And then let's pick the funnel, the script duration, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds. If you're just starting out, I suggest doing shorter ones, right? To kind of find your voice and find your format. We're going to do 60 seconds. We're going to do top of funnel because we're just starting and we just need to grow an audience first, right? We're not trying to niche it down so much. And then you generate the script. And the point of WaveEngine is that you're not on ChatGPT starting a new tab every day with putting a generic topic in that knows nothing about you, nothing about your story, nothing about your brand, and giving you a generic, right? So this ties your story into it. It builds your audience into it from the discovery, right? It builds your goal and your CTA, right? So I gotta move that. Okay. Gives you some text on screen suggestions, right? And it explains what a text on screen is, right? And then it starts with the script, right? You're posting every day, following all the gurus, and your content still isn't working. I was 39 when I first started in this business, and I built WaveEngine after seeing 150 million client views with our agency, right? That's my story. So it already feels like more authentic, right? And that's why you're listening to me, because and that number is way higher than this now. So I don't know why I'm still fucking generating that. But here's the hard truth. Most content, right? This is the value that you're giving, right? And then your conversion tool, your call to action. So stop throwing things at the wall, comment free wave to get an invite to our webinar. I'll show you why mine says the comment word, which is a DM ManyChat automation. But when you're just starting out, yours will not do that. And I'll delete it just so that it doesn't do that. I forgot to delete that. Okay. All right, so we're back on the scripter. Okay, let's say you love this script, right? You can start it. And what that'll do is it'll send it to shoot day, right? But let's say we missed a couple of things, right? It's actually 250 million views. Right? You can regenerate it. I'm not going to do it now because there's an easier way to fix it, but you can regenerate it if it missed anything, right? And that'll tie back to your discovery and strategy. So you no longer have to make that update anymore. Everything is interconnected, right? If you just want to make a small edit, you could literally jump in, right? And make any little edits you want. If you want to copy it to another teleprompter, you can just do that and it'll copy a teleprompter ready paragraph without all this bullshit on it, right? Or you can just film it right in app, right? And you're posting every day, following all the gurus, and your content isn't working. That's too fast, so we slow down. I was 39 when I first started in this business, and I built WaveEngine after seeing 150 client million. Okay, that sucked, so we do it again, right? So on and so forth. That finished product you can share right to your editing, right to CapCut, or you could save the video to your platform and you could post it and you start your content journey, right? We suggest editing it, cutting out all the lulls, all the dead space, all the fucks, right? And cleaning it up so that it's perfect, right? Because it'll get you more views. But if you're just starting, the way to get this done is to just put reps in. So like myself, I've been in thousands of videos, but I never really spoke to the camera before, right? So to me, that's something that I started doing yesterday, and it feels so awkward, and I hate it, and I hate how I look. But I decided that I'm going to start and put the reps in, and in a month from now, I'll assess how much better I got. And it's just the way that goes, right? These are just reps, and the only thing holding you back is fear, right? And just fucking do it, because that's the only way to get better. Some of us are naturals, like my wife, Jocelyn, is just a natural. She doesn't need to practice. She just does it. But most of us, 99% of us, are not, right? It just takes practice, and you get better, and you find your voice online, and you find your voice and format for these videos. You don't have to read them all. It doesn't all have to be like selfie videos. You can use these scripts however you want. Walking and talking is amazing, right? Because it adds engagement. But that's your job, right? We're just giving you how to convert these people. And obviously, if you pay Big Wave, we'll show you how to really do it. But so let's script another one, right? And we'll send it. Let's do the number one mistake killing your content. And let's do hard truths. I won't tell you who that's based off, but 60 seconds again. Let's go middle of the funnel, and let's generate another script, right? How are we doing on time? Great. Anybody have questions? Everybody's good? Can we share it to edits? Absolutely. You can share it to edits today. You could literally just save the video to your phone and put it on any platform you like editing on. So, but you know, as you guys fund this thing, we're gonna get integrations with everything, so we can get some insights in here and see how and then compete against each other, see who's making the most money, That's the goal for this thing. Okay, here's my second script. Your content strategy is broken, and here's why, right? Text on screen, number one mistake killing your content, right? So if you're creating content every day and it's not converting, you're making the number one mistake. I've seen it kill brands even after we generate 150 million client views with our agency. Here's the truth. Most of you are playing a volume game, hoping something sticks. You're posting, you're getting likes, but where are the leads? Where's the money? It's an illusion of engagement, right? That's not me really, but you think more content equals more sales. We know that content without a funnel is just noise. You're creating top of funnel content, but you're skipping the trust building middle. You're ignoring the conversion focused bottom. It's like building a beautiful storefront with no cash register. It's fucking great. You're spending hours, days, weeks throwing things at the wall. You're overwhelmed by all the coaching info online. That effort is wasted if it doesn't lead your audience somewhere specific. It's why your personal brand isn't growing and why you're not making money as a byproduct. So obviously this is all built to sell WaveEngine, but when you generate your script, it'll be built to sell yourself, your product, or your service, right? It's not gonna, this is built to sell WaveEngine, right? Which that does a phenomenal job. I built WaveEngine for exactly this, to give you a clear system and plan. Check the link in my bio to get started, right? I love this script. I actually really do love this script. I will actually probably film this script tomorrow and post it on WaveEngine. And now it's added to my shoot day, right? Here's your shoot day. You can kind of organize like this, right? Let's say you like this one, you like this one. This is organic. All right. So now we put out some content. People are liking us. They're watching Jason Barron's real estate post. They're really into it. He's got a couple of followers. Maybe he wants to sell him some digital product, right? Which you don't have to do. This is more for like to build authority in your field, right? Or to get some passive income if you don't have a product, if you don't have a service, right? So you can skip this step. I'm just going to put that out there, right? But here's what it does. What is a digital product, right? Start with a digital product or build a full course. If you've ever seen Kajabi, maybe you guys have bought courses on things, on marriage, on real estate, on mortgages, right? It's a $10 billion industry as of last year. And this will build the whole course out for you. And let's say you don't want to think, right? You just want this to tell you everything, not sure what to build, right? It'll suggest products. It'll suggest digital products or full course ideas, topics, right? So let's start with a digital product, which is this, right? And let's do, again, this is built for WaveEngine. It'll generate for you guys. Not only that, you could put your branding into this. So it'll be branded for you if you're going to download PDFs. So personal brand growth playbook, that sounds great. So I click that. So it put it into here, right? Now let's do a toolkit, right? There's templates, there's workbooks. Let's do a toolkit, right? It gives you suggested prices for it. But again, you can sell it. You can give it away for free because you fucking got it for free. And the audience is from onboarding, the specific problem you solve. Let's just do it from onboarding, unless you have another product in mind that's a little different than yours. But for the most part, that's what we're going to do. Create your first digital product. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Where the fuck am I? Because this has some like images, it's going to take a little bit longer. But here we go, right? Your personal brand growth playbook. Suggesting a price of $97, but you just saw what you guys are paying for. Overview. This playbook cuts through the noise. It gives you Johnny Friday's proven system to build, and I would change that to WaveEngines, but to build your personal brand. You'll get clear steps, templates, and strategies. Turn on your online presence into a lead generating machine, right? Which is what we're trying to do here. Capture emails, right? You can copy all this, or you can just download the full PDF, right? And again, you can edit everything. And here's a bonus stack, like other things you can get with this, right? That you can sell. And your perceived value. That's called your value stack, right? Let's say you love this thing. You're ready to sell this product, right? You can send it right to convert, but let's build a whole course. I'll show you what that looks like. So here's some course ideas, content blueprint, right? Let's pick the audience from onboarding and the transformation, right? Because that's what everyone's selling, a desired no matter what you're selling a transformation, product or service, right? If you guys know anything about sales. And then let's do build your offer stack, right? What the hell is an offer stack? I don't even know what an offer stack is, right? Can you please explain it to me? It's the complete package you're selling, your main product plus bonuses, the guarantees, right? Because it's all about the offer, pricing. A good stack makes the value feel much higher than the price. All right, good to know. That's what we're looking for. So here's your offer stack, right? Here's your transformation. Here's your guarantee. Achieve a coherent, high-performing online presence that converts viewers into leads in 90 days or your money back. Easy, right? If you improve someone's life a little bit, they're never coming back for that guarantee. Never. If you took them from 500 views to 10,000 views or 1,000 views, they're not coming back for the guarantee. Just as a right. So then you can move. Let's say you love this. This sounds great to you. This offer stack. You like the transformation. You like the bonus stack. Let's wireframe it, right? And it fills it all out, but you can just, let's say, get a coherent, high performing, right? So everything feeds into each other. So it recognizes what you've built in scripts, also always builds off your strategy and works up and down the funnel. So we're picking from this offer stack we created, right? Get a coherent, right? So that's a wireframe we selected. The course title is there. The offer statement's there. The transformation is there. So now we generate a wireframe. What is a wireframe? An outline of your entire course, all the modules, lessons, and what each one covers, like a blueprint before you start building your course, right? Sounds good. Sounds important. And here it is, right? So 9 lessons, 1.5 to 2.5 hours long. That's a great course, right? You want the course to be about an hour, right? Minimum. And then you could script each lesson by itself and edit each lesson by itself. Or if you love it and you just want to go to shoot day, obviously you should go over everything, right? We're not going to do that today, but you can script the whole course, right? In one button. So let's just say we love it and it's amazing. Monetize your presence. That sounds good. Scripting for impact sounds good. Story weaving, amazing. I'll probably use that. The 1 million view hook formula, right? That I did use at 39. Crafting viral content that converts, right? So it ties your story and your product into everything it generates so that you don't have to think, right? All you have to do is really, really take your time on that onboarding, and then your content is just fucking auto-generated forever, right? This takes a little while because it's a full course, but it's spitting it out. Again, you could do one thing at a time. You could build multiple courses. You could build an evergreen course that just covers your main industry or product. And then you could do more niched out ones that are more specific and more expensive, right? For the people who want more information on the topic, right? So this never has to stop. This could be cyclical, right? You could switch your fucking career and then go back into onboarding and switch, right? You could switch your product if you're selling multiple products, and you could just continue to build your online presence. I'm using real estate because I know there's some real estate people here, but like you could just keep putting out free value, right, for your clients. And then guess what? You are the expert on the field now, and you build trust, and then you convert clients if you keep giving them free value. That's the formula, right? So while this is generating, that's it. That's the build. That's the build function, right, for digital products and courses, right? So now we're getting to the fucking most powerful thing here, right? And I don't know if anyone's ran meta ads, but it is a very, very powerful tool that every business out there that's spending ad money uses, and it's through the meta ads platform. It is not promotion through Instagram or TikTok. It is very, very different, and it's a very here we go. So just What?
With the online boarding changes for new businesses.
You got to go back to strategy. So let me just show you. Clear all and start over. Let's say you really, really like have to find yourself and you hate yourself and you want to do everything. You can delete all outputs, clear everything. It'll clear everything besides your CRM, right? Because you never want to clear your contacts, your email sequences, right? So it'll clear everything else if you really want to. It has a double delete. You don't really want to touch that because you can delete every part by itself. Okay, so build. I just want to show you the course it put out really quick to show you how good it is, right? So it's generating backwards. I apologize. I keep saying I'll fix it. But here's 1.1, module 1. In this lesson, you'll learn why your content might not be working. You'll see the difference between guessing and having a real system. By the end, you'll spot common content mistakes and understand the power of a plan, right? And boom, it'll give you common pitfalls. Here's section 2. Here's section 3, closing. Here's the full script for this lesson, ready for a teleprompter, right? Because that's how you read it on a teleprompter. And then 2, right? Module 1, 1.2, and 2.1, and 2.2, right? And you have an hour course here to fucking read, and you just made it, and it's based on your product, your service, your business, your personal brand. Voila, right? Now you have a digital product to sell. You can load it. How do you go to market, right? I won't bore you with this stuff, but there's essentially 2 to 3 main platforms that host these courses and their whole ecosystem. Kajabi is probably the most expensive, but the best because they literally do everything for you: landing pages, courses, email sequences, lead gen. Like it does everything for you. And then School, if you're like Hermosi and you want to take your shirt off, you do School and then Coursive. There's a couple of other ones, but those are the 2 big ones. So that's the 2 we want integrations with. But let's move on to Amplify, right? So now you're putting out organic content. You got some traction. You may or may not have built a digital course, digital product, because maybe you just want to focus on selling your actual product or yourself, right? But no matter what, ads, right? It's all about the ads. And here's the system, right? Okay, so now you're going to get, this is going to be worth it just for this lesson, right? So when you're watching Instagram, right, you may have noticed if you ever stop by a paid ad and accidentally watched it for like more than 2 or 3 seconds, right? All of a sudden you're getting 3 to 5 other ads from that same company, right? And you don't know why it's happening because you don't think about that. But the more you see their ads, the closer you are. Maybe you even stopped and started filling out your name, right? And maybe you started putting out your credit card number, but then you stopped, right? That is very intentional on the advertising side, right? And so every product, every service has an awareness map, right? And it's pretty similar for everyone. And let me show you what that looks like. And if you take nothing away from this, and if you hate WaveEngine, just remember this, right? Okay. There's 5 awareness levels. The first one is unaware. They don't know they even have a problem, and they definitely don't know about the solution, right? They have no idea about your product, right? They know they have a problem, and this is tailored to me, but in like the general thing is they know they don't even know they have a problem, and they know nothing about your product or service, right? The next level is they know they have a problem, right? They know they have no idea how to start their content journey, but they don't know there's any solutions for it. That means they haven't even heard of chat, right? To script stuff. They definitely haven't heard of a system like this, right? There's solution aware, right? They know there's a problem and they know there are solutions, but they've never heard of your product. They've never even, WaveEngine or Big Wave has never even crossed their mind, right? Next is they know their problem. They know their exact problem. They've considered some solutions, and they've even heard of WaveEngine as a viable solution for their problem. And then bottom of funnel, right? Because again, we're going from top of funnel to bottom of funnel, is they know they have a problem. They know there's solutions out there. They like your solution the most, right? That's their favorite solution. They just haven't really, haven't pulled out their card and hit that submit button, right? And this is where you like really bring it home, right? So what does that mean for us, right? How do we use this? So we generate 50 hooks, right? Again, automatically based off, unless you change it, it'll base it off of your strategy and discovery and your onboarding, right? But let's say you want it to be very specific to your digital course, then you generate it for your course, right? Or your wireframe or your offer or your digital product. But we just did it for my onboarding, right? So here we go. There's 10 hooks for ads for each awareness level. And the proper way and expensive way to run ads, but that actually get you back a return, at ROAS as we call, right? Return on ad spend, is putting out an ad at the same time for each awareness level, right? So again, you guys know what that means now. For they're unaware of the problem. They don't even know they have a problem, right? So you introduce the problem to them, right? They know about the problem, never heard of your service or product as a solution. They're solution aware, right? So let's start generating for each level, right? So content overwhelm, or posting daily, or John, like want more views. I hate that it puts my name in it. We're going to fix that. Content, a struggle. John fixed it. What the fuck? Okay. Let's say you love this one for the unaware level, right? And here's the most powerful thing here. We'll script it. We'll throw it into full script. We'll generate a Title 7 script, right? That is our framework from Big Wave Content that we know performs, right? We are running ads for some of you guys. And if we're not and you're interested, reach out later. Okay, here we go. A full ad ready to go, ready to be put onto Meta Ad Manager. And like you asked, how do you set it all up so that they show you the right top of funnel ads, and then they attack you with the middle of funnel, and then they hit you with most aware? Meta does that all by itself. It literally has a new platform called Andromeda that if you upload 5 ads at a time or 3 ads at a time, like let's say you just go top, middle, and bottom, it will show it to the right people at the right time. And you don't have to do shit. And that's how powerful the Meta Ad Manager is, right? So content. So again, this is the framework for every ad, every high performing ad. It's a hook to stop the scroll. Then the problem, right? The solution, which is your product, service, the mechanism, how it does it, the proof, your clients, right? Or your social proof or your receipts that you throw into the ad, right? And for us, we've generated, again, fucking 250 million. We say $1 billion now, right? And then your offer, right? And an offer is very important, but this will help you create an offer. An offer is either a discount or a guarantee or like by a certain time, right? Like you'll reach a goal by this time, right? And like your offer can be a lot of things, right? It doesn't always have to be a discount. Some people don't want to devalue their product or service, which we totally understand. There's other ways to create offers. It's not just price point, right? So, right? And you give that value stack that you created and build, and you kind of give all that stuff for free to make it look like it's a discount. So that way you're not even really discounting your offer, your product, your service, right? And then a CTA, how you want them to reach you. Some of us have CRMs in place, right? So you can connect it on Meta, so they go right to your dashboard, right to your pipelines. Some of us don't, which is totally fine. Meta makes that easy with what's called Insta forms, right? And they'll give you a form that'll send the information either to your messenger or right to your Instagram. You can see the leads, or there's a dashboard on Meta that captures the leads for you, or you do a sales campaign, right, for a product. And you literally sell the product with these ads on every awareness level. And that's the beauty of this product. So we're really trying to monetize this thing. So let's say I love this script, right? Because it hits every stage, right? And here's a short form because Meta is all about A/B testing stuff. And all that means is like testing one versus another. So it could be long form versus short form, a CTA that says, call me now versus apply here, right? Where you have to actually put in your information, or visit our website versus, right? So you can literally A/B test all parts of it. It'll tell you what to do here. It gives you the meta captions, which are really hard to generate, and they're all built to sell, right? And text on screen and production stuff. But again, you can quite literally film an ad like this and it will convert as long as you cover those 7 frameworks. So this right here, I can film an ad. Okay? Content is struggle. WaveEngine fixed it with AI. You're posting every day, you're following all the rules, but your content still doesn't hit. It feels like you're throwing things at the wall, right? So again, you can just generate that script, right? And you can add it to shoot day. So now, again, you're making content, you're making organic content, you're making ads, you have a digital product. How the hell do you use all this stuff, right? And how do you capture all these leads? And like, let's say you got leads coming in and they're booking appointments with you to use your service, and you have no idea how to capture them and how to and you're getting unqualified leads and you want to filter through those. So we go to the convert section, right? And okay, so here we go. You can build a VSL, right, which is a video sales letter, right? And what it'll do is you'll basically make a 10-minute video, right? And everybody has different ticket prices, so it'll kind of tell you what format to do, but it's always long form, right? But let's say short form. And again, what's a VSL? This will explain it better than me. A video that sells your product or service. It's like a persuasive presentation. It walks someone through why they need it, what you offer, and exactly how to get it. And what it really does is it qualifies your leads before you take calls and waste your time, right? It answers every question that you would be spending 30 minutes on a sales call with, right? So again, and this isn't for everybody, but if you need it, it'll generate it for you. You can film it right on your laptop. Like, it's usually landscape because it goes on top of your website, or Link or Notion is a really powerful tool that we found and started using. And it'll break it down, right? Your free content system. Again, hook for everything. Your dream outcome, a clear, actionable system to create high-performing content and convert views into leads. Who's your audience? New and target creators, coaches, and business owners overwhelmed by online content creation. That's what WaveEngine is built for, right? Something to tie it all together. And then you just read it. And then you just film it, right? And you can regenerate with feedback. If it missed anything, again, you can copy it, right, to a teleprompter. And you now have a VSL script to lead, right? A webinar, which is what this is, right? It'll script a 60-minute webinar. Just so you guys know, this webinar is scripted by WaveEngine, right? It's not only scripted by WaveEngine, all those emails you got to get here are created by this email sequence, right? It goes right to our CRM and it's sent, right? There's 19 total registrations. Every email that was sent out is from here. I don't want to show anybody's info. Let me get out of here. Okay? But essentially, it was built here. So I'll do another 5 minutes on the convert series, but okay, it built a webinar, right? Conversion path, direct close, right? What do I want? For right now, I'm just giving free value. That's all this webinar is. Not trying to sell you anything. You guys got 90 days of WaveEngine for free. But again, off of what are you doing a webinar for? Is it for your course? Is it for the digital product you created? Or is it just for your brand, right? On your onboarding, right? Let's do the topic. So for us, again, authentic authority building for our digital product, right? And 60 minutes and awareness level. Everyone knows they have a product. Let's do solution aware, right? Conversion path. We don't need calls, so we do direct close. Okay. And then it'll also create an ad for it, for the webinar right here, right? Boom. So this will give you the outline for the webinar, an ad to put on Meta to get people to sign up to the webinar. And now you're selling one-to-many as opposed to one-on-one, right? So those sales calls you used to do, 30 minutes a call, A lot of them were a waste of time, right? Let's say you get 100 people in here, which we did not, right? I think we had 17 registrants. Let's say 2 of you guys actually stay with WaveEngine. That works for me, and that's the beauty of doing one-to-many sales, right? And webinars are, if anybody watches all these coaches, Jason Wojo is the authority on this. And yes, behind literally between each stage of each funnel is the top performing online coach online that a lot of you guys probably know, that we bought their courses on lead magnets, on webinars, at Jason Mojo, right? On VSLs. And we took their product and created the output, right? So you don't have to buy all these courses because I bought them all. And a lead magnet, if nobody knows what that is, it could be a PDF, a Notion dashboard. It's something that you want to give for free to capture people's emails and to just have to build trust with them organically. And here the wording is better. Nurture your relationship, right? It's called nurture. So let's do a lead. So founder-led innovation off my onboarding. Let's do a checklist or
So we should have Meta, which you recommend, standard plus premium, etc.
You don't need to pay for Meta. You already have it. If you have Facebook, you have Meta. I'm not going to sit here and teach you guys about Meta Ad Manager, but if I will suggest a tool that can walk you through each process. Manus is an AI that Meta just bought and that they're integrating into the Meta platform. You can literally ask it regular questions. You can screenshot what stage you're on, feed it right into Manus, and it's the top performing AI that actually executes. And it's very good with Meta because it is bought by Meta. Meta bought them in December, so it knows every nook and cranny of the Meta Ad Manager. So it'll walk you through running ads. That'll be a paid webinar when we do decide to do it. It seems very complicated at first, but it is the most powerful tool to make money, to get leads, to sell your product. And every business owner should have a basic understanding of it. And you should never, ever, ever spend another dollar on the Instagram platform to promote or to boost, I think the word is, a video. And if you are going to do it and take no advice, you should never do it on your phone because it charges that Apple fee. And it's like a crazy, 30% fee. If you have to do it because you cannot stand Meta, which a lot of people can't, do it on your computer. You'll save that Apple fee. So all the money can go towards your marketing. I hope that helps. Okay, let's go back. So lead magnets, I generated one. Your founder-led innovation. Now I could just give this for free, right? And you ask, how do you give it for free? Let's say you built a course on Kajabi. They have a place for lead magnets, right? And they'll actually do it for you. So take the quiz now. Hey, for 13 years, right? Where's the quiz? So content caption, you're a founder. So look, this lead magnet, we built you a system to get it out to your audience. ManyChats is a super powerful tool that we've implemented for some of our clients lately, and it really, really is working. And that sucks. So ManyChats is a DM automation that's, I believe it's live for TikTok now too, but it's mainly Instagram. And you ever see those creators say, comment the word free wave, right? And I'll send you a free link to our webinar, right? We did that. Comment the word mortgage, and I'll send you a guide on your best mortgage practices, right? I don't know this stuff. You guys know that stuff. But comment the word broker to find for a list of all our exclusive listings in the Lynbrook area, right? I'm just putting that out there. So that is how ManyChats works. They have a bunch of different flows, but you can create the whole automation from here based on your onboarding, right? So that's why when I scripted before, because I added the word free wave, that's why I put it as a CTA for the scripting. Before you add it here, it won't do that, right? So stop throwing things at the wall, right? I don't want to do that. Let's do authentic authority building. Let's just do it off of my onboarding. And this is the flow types for ManyChats. It's follow, welcome, right? So when you have a new follower, you don't want to sell them anything right away. You say, hey, thank you for being here. I am Pat McHugh Real Estate, right? And like appreciate you being on the page. Stay around for more value on your list, on your selling your house journey, whatever it is, right? This is not my field. So that's a follow, welcome. You don't want to sell them anything. Webinar registration, which is what I used obviously for this. There's comment to DM, right? That's comment the word boom and get this, right? So what we would say is comment the word, we'll think of a word, and then we give them this lead magnet. Comment the word quiz, and I'll send you your founder-led innovation scorecard, right? And so it builds the lead magnets for you. It builds the automations for you, right? And so let's take it from here. Perfect. Authentic authority building, right? Authentic authority building, and then comment, right? Comment the word. You could pick your own trigger word because this is not integrated to ManyChats yet. So it'll give you directions. And yes, for our clients, this is how we've been building the automations. So we know they work. We test every single one of these features on our paying clients. So you guys pay for it. We use ManyChat, we use WaveEngine, and then we put it into work, right? So here we go. Are you a founder struggling to, so it'll automatically, so let's say they commented, won't say you should do this, but let's say they commented, right? It'll give you it'll rotate these replies. So it doesn't reply the same thing to everybody that comments. Let's say for my friend, Brendan, your favorite gym teacher, he says, comment the word nutrition, and I'll send you our nutrition guide, which, yes, we built with this, right? So it'll say, DM send, go check your inbox. And then the next guy that writes it, it'll say, send, the innovative scorecard is waiting for you, right? And then the next guy will just dropped it in your DMs, get ready. That way, on your comments, it doesn't look like it's the same thing, right? So that's one feature. Here's the trigger post, right? Here's the message that it'll start sending out. Hey, thanks for wanting to boost your innovation. Here's your, right? It'll start automating these messages, right, in your DMs, and you give them this thing, and then they love you already because, oh, wow, I just got this free value from this creator, coach, business, service business, right? And this is awesome, right? And now you have them. Now they're staying followed to you. And you can continue doing stuff like that as you see a lot of coaches do. And it's this easy. You generate a lead magnet, you use it for a ManyChat automation. Boom, boom, boom. And you can do it with emails, right? Does the same thing. Email sequences are very similar to ManyChat automations, but let's just do an email sequence for it. So you can feed these emails right into your own CRM, right? Or if you have someone doing it for you guys, because this stuff is complicated, right? Let's be real. Or you can send it right to our Big Wave CRM. And this is a nurture sequence, right? So it'll tell you when it's sending it, day 1 after lead magnet, right? And then this one will say day 3, right? That's when you send it. And then this one will say day 5, and the soft pitch, day 7. And then if they stop listening to you, like day 9. So does everybody know kind of how email? Yes, you could host a home buyer webinar, Jason. Like, absolutely. So that's email sequences. We're basically at the end of the line. Another feature is community, right? For like any coaches or really any service. The truth is, anybody can start a community, a personal brand, a service business, a product, right? Can start a community around, and it'll just guide you on how to create a community and where to create it, right? School, again, Circle, Discord is amazing for communities, Mighty Networks. And depending on the platform you want to use, and focus on one platform for this stuff. Like, don't have a course on 3 different platforms. It's completely, unnecessary, completely unnecessary. So wherever you're going to do your course, let's say, is where you should have your email sequences. And wherever you have your course, you should have your community, right? And you shouldn't complicate it. And then the last thing is landing pages. It'll create a landing page for anything it's created, literally for anything it's created. So when you have the drop down, right, It could be for the digital product, the webinar, the VSL, right? Because no matter what it is, you need a landing page for it. No, it does not generate the actual website yet. We're working on it. For now, it'll just generate the copy, right? And it'll be branded. And I think there's another monetized thing, but it's really just a tool to answer your question, like when the hell can I make money off of views? And I'll just go through it really quick, right? It'll generate a strategy for monetizing on each platform. It'll tell you how much views you need for each platform to make money for views. Brand partnerships is something you could start immediately. You don't need to wait. Most brands, like Jocelyn and I, have been getting brand deals now, offers, I should say, because we're not taking them. But you can have it can create one-page pitches for you, cold emails, right? It'll build your emails for brand deals based off your, right? So you no longer have to think about fucking anything. And monetization roadmap, just how to make money up. And again, break this down yourself. You have access to it. Your CRM, let's say you use our Big Wave CRM, which would be amazing. It's called Title CRM, the Creator's Black Book. Yes, that's hot, that's sexy. And you can use it and you can send the emails straight from Amplify or Convert. You can send them right from email sequences. You built one, you can send it right to the CRM. Now they're ready to go. You just have to attach it to a pipeline. And then you add, if anybody knows how CRM works, you add those clients or contacts to that pipeline. And depending on the stage they're at, it'll automate, right? So here's your pipeline, and it'll automate those emails that came from, right? It's pretty fucking cool. That's all. That's WaveEngine in a nutshell. Or that's actually all of WaveEngine. So let's do any questions. And tell all your friends. And how do I get out of this?
Any questions? Tell P we're not giving money, sorry.
Meta, which recommended? Standard Plus. So Barbie, you don't need to pay for Meta. You just have to pay. You have to pay the ad spend. And you can start with $25 a day, $20 a day. Just so you know, there's companies spending $10,000 a day. It all depends on your return, your ROAS, right? Return on ad spend. You guys aren't, no offense, nobody's there yet, right? Just test out putting very little money on things and see what works. We're not there yet. Thank you, Amanda. Scale Growth Partners. I don't even know what that is, but I like it. Oh, nice, my man. What's up, Rob? Okay. I think we finished early. We're good on time. Anybody have any questions? Oh, shit. The code word. What is the code word? Monse, can you put it on the chat? So this code word, if everything I just said works, you're going to get an email to the link. You put this code word in it, and then you get 90 days of, if you onboard it. If you didn't onboard, it's $55 a month. I can't help you. No. Who is that for? I can't help you, bud. Monse, where's the word? It's something about St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Should have wore green. Fucking blew it. I got you, Rob. Monse! You can see who's here. Participants. I love it. Did Monse leave?
No.
I promise there's a trigger word coming your way, guys. Green wave. All right, here we go. I'm sharing it now.
Okay.
No, that's it. That's green wave. Green wave. Oh, one more thing. There's an ambassador program. If any of your friends want to join, it's called Scale Engine. And if you get 10,000 cumulative views, you get a month free of Tsunami. If you get 25,000, you get 2 months free, and you can keep going. So basically, if you use WaveEngine and you start going viral, you never have to pay for WaveEngine again. But there's one catch. You have to, let me tell you so I don't mess it up. You have to, powered by WaveEngine has to be in your caption. And that's just the fucking long and short of it. If you don't do that, you will not get approved. So what's no hashtag, because hashtags don't work, but they do for YouTube, but it's called.
No, for the views. Powered by WaveEngine.
It's you write powered by WaveEngine at WaveEngine app on your post, and you share that post to your story and tag WaveEngine. And it's you help us, we help you. Ambassador program. And it's 6:00. Thank you everybody for being here. I love you guys. You're awesome. And WaveEngine, if it doesn't work, please DM us. We'll fix it. If you were here, you get 90 days of Tsunami right now, added to whatever I already gave you for free. So appreciate you guys, and thanks for being part of the first webinar. I'm hanging up. Good. I'll send, no, so.
We had 190 viewers.
The Bacon Coach, nice score. Happy you made it. All right, guys, I'm getting off. If no one has any questions.